The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Do not trust a devil. Is that plain enough? Refuse him no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost's always too great. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Something tore right through these people.
The beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. You watch with cold realization. This isn't the end of one life, but the start of another. Gnolls, vicious, monstrous humanoids can spawn from the corpses of dying hyenas. You land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still. As the life fades from her eyes, the gnoll within her dies too, stillborn.
One horn, the stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil. It's done, Karlach. By my living soul, you will forever burn.
You know, I could have used a friend. Pity that won't be you.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
Gods, what now? Do you have a tax collector on your tail?
You're closer than you think. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance. You don't know the half of it.
Run it out. It's worse than Knowles out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Only thing you give a dragon is bad gas. At ease, friend. You're welcome to rest here.
Who's there? Please, keep your distance.
You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. Believe me, she's no tiefling, but a devil. We were lucky to escape. Just yesterday, the devil Karlach slaughtered countless refugees. An entire family met their end at her hands, including a pregnant mother. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her. Then you're lucky to be alive. This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God guide you.
A faint, acrid smell clings to the corpse, like the memory of a storm. The head comes free with a sickening crunch.
Any sign of the tiefling fiend? Thank you. As promised, here is my blade. Blessed by Tyr. It's sacred. The most valuable thing I've ever held. I hope it serves you as well as it served me.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him? I can feel you! Get out of my head! Do that again and I'll leave you to bleed out in this wilderness. Understand? And watch out for Raphael. He's better at getting into people's heads than you are, you ass.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Well, buddy, I thought it was time I dropped by the doghouse.
Mizora.
The one and only. You haven't introduced me to your friend. friends, where are your manners? Will, you absolute stinker! You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. Your warlock friend is my puppy. And he's been a very good boy. I say fetch, and he'll fetch. I say kill a fugitive tiefling, and... well, I don't need to tell you.
You said devils only. She was a tiefling, not a monster.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Cheer up, Buttercup. Karlach had no heart. You did the world a favor. More to the point, you obeyed. He's the blade of frontiers. Devil's plaything just doesn't have the same ring. Speaking of... always a pleasure. Shame that tadpole's gone and pissed on your party. But I'll be damned if it goes pissing on mine. I've got some errands to do. But don't you fret much, pup. I'll be back in 3 shapes of your tail. Keep an eye on him, will you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Damn it all. What have I done? I'd be hunting devils and demons, Mizora said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not this. Not Zariel's victims, not innocent tieflings. Karlach showed us the truth, and I refuse to see it. I deserve that. Consider me properly shamed. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. Or so I thought, until Karlach. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
There you are, my friend. I have drunk, not alcohol, of course, a bear. He took a little of my blood. I took all of his. So's any meal worth having. It's nothing compared to, well, other things I could be dining on, but significantly better than the rats and bugs Cazador served. Not at all. Blood is life essence, and some creatures have so much more life than others. Cazador gave me just enough to keep me, well, alive, for lack of a better word, but never more than that. Still, that was the past. I'll never have to grovel for him again. Well, look at us. We've never been more powerful. And being able to walk in the sunlight opens a lot of doors for me. Maybe some coffins, too. No. These tadpoles are a gift I intend to use to the fullest. You should do the same.
Hear that? Someone's fighting the gnolls. We should help.
Don't be a fool, lad. Shut your mouth and keep your head down. Leave the heroics to them that don't value their own skin.
Some blood.
By the gods, you're a sweet sight. Are any of my crew still alive out there? Damn it. I guess that's a no.
Risen Road's more dangerous than ever. You're the first friendly face we've seen since Eltergard. Hold on now. You made short work of the beasts. And I reckon you'd make shorter of me and the boy. But we're not plump little merchants you can boss around. We're Zahenterim. Tougher bastards than you have tried. Let's just go our separate ways and be thankful we're all in one piece. Of course. I was just about to suggest the same thing. Listen, you look like you know how to handle yourself. You should meet my associates. We've got our own drinking spot by the tavern. Invitation only. Tell the fellow on the door, Little Serpent, Long Shadow. He'll take good care of you.
An unusual chest. The sort that holds more than just a few worthless baubles.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's crack it open and see.
With haste.
Battle has taken its toll.
I hear shouting. Someone needs help.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful! Push, damn it! Push! Damn! Find another way inside. Inside! Hurry! We don't have much time!
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
On my way. What's inside?
Thank you. Now, how the hell do we get out of here? The smoke! I can't see a damn thing! Oh, gods! I'll have to make a run for it! Tormented!
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Report to the Manor and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Will. The Drow have your father. Without him, the city faces collapse. In fact, I fear that may have been the intention of those who abducted him. Will, you must hold little love for your father. But please, find him and return him to the city.
Whoever holds my father is my target. I'll head west and find them. Trust me to see it through.
Thank you. And should your courage falter, remember your father's generosity. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Fist, to work.
Shit. You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Not just a Grand Duke. Ravengard has more power and influence than anyone.
I know. And you're right. When I look into a mirror, I see two faces. I see the Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And I see Will Ravengard, a memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind. I've been asking myself the same question. What makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.